Minivans are extremely popular in Asia, and on my recent trip to Hong Kong, I did talk about many Lexus emblems on the road, Toyota Alphards and Vellfires on the road, and today Toyota launches the Alphard and Vellfire PHEV models to further push into electrification. But why not an EV minivan instead? Is the plug-in hybrid good enough for now? Let's get to it. Hey, it's LSF here today, and today we're here to look at Toyota launching the Alphard and Vellfire PHEV models in Japan, and they're saying it's the first minivan plug-in hybrid available, and they're trying to contribute to carbon neutrality. And reality is, why not going to Alphard BEV, and then we can have a Vellfire plug-in hybrid? I think there's nothing wrong of introducing more models, but I don't know. The conservative Toyota still is looking at a plug-in hybrid, and we'll have to dissect this to see, does it even make any sense, because it's such a big vehicle, and what kind of system are they putting into these cars? Are they putting bigger batteries so that I can drive more on EV? Then probably that makes sense. But if they're just plugging in the NX450h Plus plug-in hybrid system into the Alphard and Vellfire, let's get to it and see what kind of system they're having, and is it a new plug-in hybrid system, or it's the same system that we've seen across the board. And conservative Toyota typically would reuse powertrain, so I'm not looking at they're going to be producing a brand new plug-in hybrid powertrain. So let's get to this. So what they're saying is, so the first thing you would notice is it's a 6-seater, so you cannot have a 7-seater or 8-seater plug-in hybrid. And they're starting selling in Japan, only in Japan at this time, and I think that will actually go to other markets later on, January 31st, 2025. And on top of that, they're improving the gasoline and hybrid for these cars, and they're start selling those on the 7th of January. So let's look at the plug-in hybrid, because I think I'm more interested in the plug-in hybrid. The new plug-in hybrid offers quietness and riding experience, enhancing the joy of comfort mobility offered to driver and rear passenger of all situations. Comfort is enhanced by the quietness of a BEV. So again, that's what I'm saying. If they can actually get a bigger BEV range, that probably would actually be better. If it's a BEV, then you don't even have to worry about the gas engine. And it says it produces minimal noise and vibrations and have a lower center of gravity, again, because of the larger capacity lithium-ion battery mounted under the floor. So it looks similar to what we're seeing in the RAV4 NX RX plug-in hybrids. The air conditioning can also be operated using electricity and does not require the engine to start while waiting for pickup as a chauffeur car, which is great for the environment because you don't want to have the AC running and then have your gas engine just idling. So the plug-in hybrid system enables BEV mode driving for the chauffeur trips using only the electric stored in the battery. BEV mode is equivalent to 73 kilometers. So it's using the WLTC to measure 73 kilometers. So just to give you a reference, this is 73 kilometers, and the NX450h Plus, it is 88 kilometers. So that's about a 15 kilometer decrease. And then that is rated at 37 miles, or about 60 kilometers in Canada. So when you look at that, I'm guessing this is going to get about 50 kilometers in EV range, or when you look at it, probably 30 miles range. It's not a lot if you look at it. Such a big car, 30 miles of range. One good thing is they don't get as cold weather, so they probably would get a little bit more than that, so 50 to 55. Not sure if it'll ever go to 60 kilometers. Plug-in hybrids is an important pathway for Toyota to actually go into electrification. And I don't know if they actually went and did a full jump to BEV, I would give them a thumbs up on this, but they're still doing the step-by-step approach here. So another thing that they're saying is all models, so this is also includes to the gasoline. And this is something that I've been looking for. I really hope that they do this for all the other countries, but a digital inner mirror. Okay, with a built-in dash cam, which is the front and rear as standard. So no longer needing a dash cam to be added. the car is equipped with a dash cam. Thumbs up, but come on, bring it to North America and worldwide. I think this is something that would be great to have. So one thing that we'll look at is they're looking at 8,600 units per month. They're looking at 70% are Alphard and 30% are Vellfires. And they're saying that the target for the plug-in hybrid is about 200 units per month. So they're looking at about 2,400 units per year. And then when we look at here, we can see that the plug-in hybrid is the top trim. There is no other trim you can get. It's a 2.5 liter parallel plug-in hybrid system using the A25A FXS, so very familiar system here. ECVT, it's a 4-wheel drive, and it's about 10.65 million yen. So when we look at that to US dollars, we're looking at 68,000 US dollars at today's rate, and then for Canadian, it's $97,000. So roughly very similar price to the RX pricing in Canada. But this car is not available in Canada. But if you look at it, definitely a Toyota badge at that price is quite expensive. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below. Like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. We continue to look at the 2.5 liter plug-in hybrid system. So they're saying that 73 kilometers on a full charge, and on longer drives you use the battery. So they're saying that the large capacity lithium-ion battery is mounted under the floor in the center of the vehicle. So you do get that lower center of gravity, which I find very good when I drive my NX. It does feel that it's more planted, and really handling is a little bit better because when you make the turns, it does feel very on the road. It doesn't feel that you're going to get any movement or swings. And then another thing is a new smooth stop control system. That feels like Direct 4 to me. But what it's saying is it suppresses sudden nosedives when decelerating and helps stabilize passenger seatings to achieve higher ride experience. So I think we see that on the LM. So they're moving that now down to the Toyota badge. And when you look at the output, 306 horsepower. So numbers are very, very close to what the current system that we're seeing in the NX and the RX. And they're saying 16.7 kilometers per liter. So let's translate that to something that you know more. That's about 6 liters per 100 kilometers or 39 miles per gallon. Very nice mileage you can get on the gallon and or on the liter, and it does look like very similar outputs compared to the RX and NX. And then they're saying that engine noise has been reduced by increasing the motor assistant range. So meaning it doesn't use the engine as much and try to use the electric motors to help push the power you need so that it actually keeps the RPMs on the gas engine lower so that you don't get as much of a noise. And then again, noise insulation and all that. I really want to listen. How does that compare to the NX and RX and how the programming has changed? So they have the same thing where they have auto EV hybrid mode. Now it's funny that they have BEV and HEV. We have auto EV HV modes, but in Japan they probably make it a little bit more specified. All right, so then we look at the charging. So the car is equipped with both standard and rapid charging, which is great because we don't have that in our NX and RXs. So they're saying that rapid charging is 38 minutes to get you to 80%. And then that's using a 200 volt charging cable. So when you look at that compared to what we have right now, we need on a 6.6 kilowatt charger 2.5 hours to charge the battery pack. Now they can get it done in 38 minutes. So they have a rapid charging function, which we don't have, and that is very good. So even with a lower 50 kilometer drive, 38 minutes is not a bad thing. And then also there's a maximum 1500 watt exterior power. That's great for power outs where you can actually plug in your car and use it. But in Japan, unless you live in a house, it's useful. But if you don't, I don't know how you're going to plug it in. The next thing is they also have vehicle to home now. We have not seen that in many Toyota vehicles, where now the car can be used to power home equipment. So if they have blackouts or emergencies, you can actually plug the car in and use the car as your backup source. So what they're saying is with the battery charge and a full gas tank, it can provide about 5.5 days of electricity to power your house. Great when you're in an emergency or there's blackouts or there's a problem with the power grid. And then the plug-in hybrid comes with My Room mode, so that's exactly the same what we have, where you can have air conditioning audio systems running while it's charging. So you can sit in the car and enjoy yourself while you are charging. So what do you think? I think that they just changed the RAV4 plug-in hybrid system and just put it into the minivan. They did add in the fast charging, which is very appreciated. But do you think that they should actually offer a plug-in hybrid and a BEV in this change? Would the BEV be a little bit more competitive in certain markets? But probably in Japan, it's fine. We really want to see if this will actually move into other vehicles like the Sienna, being able to provide a plug-in hybrid Sienna or even a BEV Sienna. What would you like? Would you like a BEV or would you like a plug-in hybrid variant? And that would be good enough. Let me know in the comments below. It's definitely exciting times when you actually see that Toyota is now moving towards more plug-in hybrids, but then it's in the downside where why not offer more BEVs as well? I know that they do not believe into BEVs at this point, and they don't have the technology available to make it like reliable and good enough. But as a plug-in hybrid with 50 kilometers, it does seem a little bit too little. 73 sounds good, and hoping that they actually do get 73 in Japan, but definitely in Americas, that number is probably a little bit lower. It will be great for one way, and then if you're chauffeured, probably the boss doesn't care as much. They can probably bring you to the destination, get it charged up for 38 minutes, come back, and then use it back when you get back home or get back to the office. So definitely it will work for some, but then you have to make sure that you have a quick charge. I think it's a CHAdeMO plug, so it's different from North American standards, but great that they also thought of adding quicker charging because if it's 2.5 hours, probably a little bit too long to charge because probably the boss went for an hour meeting and come back. That may be a problem. So definitely a great step in the right direction. So what do you think? Do you think this is the right step or the step needs to be a little bit bigger? Let me know in comments below. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.